Straight to a penthouse, Miami Beach. Hey, yo, talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. They don't want it. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Get the work, put it up for my seeds. No care for the IG, just no care. Anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club.
Whole lot of people need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list. I'm still saying what he wants to. Still wet like a big. I should run a whole blog at this rate. They using my name for clickbait. Even wanna stop fake me.
Rich Rise. Happy Saturday. It's Saturday. We are back with a quick little Saturday Mornin pop in. There is no real path in this transit, y'all. So please just grab your snacks, grab a notebook. Okay, because there's no telling where we may go. We'll be right back.
Hey, co-host.
Hey, co-host.
I made it in time.
You made it in time.
Hey, Grand Rising,
Shout out
everyone.
to the chat. Hey, Kylie. Hey, 504. Rich
Hey,
Rise.
sisters. Hey, sisters. Look at us.
Ah.
Aw. Hey, a little reunion. That's cute.
Amen.
Hey.
We are double streaming today. So some people are on NAB, some people may be on C.C.C, but just get in where you fit in. Hit the like, hit the down like. Because we probably won't be here for a long time, but we'll be here for a good time. And amen. All right, friends. So today I kind of I stumbled across some things because obviously we were active last night. Iran was firing missiles at us overnight last night. So I woke up and
Oh,
heard.
really?
Rich Eyes Mayor, yes. We
What? I was too
stopped
busy watching
6
the
of
game. I
them.
was too busy watching the
Uh,
Spurs lose to the Knicks. So we got bombs
Listen,
over
and
Baghdad again.
I think all of us were, okay, because yes, ma'am. And then late last night, they said before the sunrise, the Senate finally passed an immigration bill. They finally got to muscle through, I think it's like $7.6 billion funding for this immigration. Um, it was getting jiggy all last night, and then a California tech CEO was arrested in his $35 million mansion because apparently he's been supplying Iran with military grade chips, smart data chips. I don't know. I don't
Who?
know. I didn't even know. Like, so listen. We've got a video to kind of break down who it is. I was watching lawnmower videos. I love that. Um, but yeah, like a lot of things that was just popping off last night while we were all sitting around watching the basketball, friend. Yeah, the
Wow.
basketball. And I found video of the people that were going in and out of the sewers because I know we talked a little bit about that last week, but we didn't really bring a visual to our audience. And apparently, I think they've done it again. There's another video where it's like another, it happened again or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know.
They
This is
pulled the
this
old
is interesting
switcheroo
to me,
on
say
us,
the
did
least.
they? Yeah, pulled the old
Mhm.
switcheroo. Hmm. Oh,
And
child.
then I have another video where it says that the FBI is warning parents of a group called 6764 that is targeting children, basically trying to get children to do bad things, to their parents, to other people, um, out here on these internet streets. Because we're so consumed, right, that our sometimes our children get a little left behind, but neither here nor there. I guess we will start off with the US downed 6 Iranian missiles overnight. And hopefully, I tried to do this early so no one else is on my internet because we be out here in the country and the country don't do like the city do. Okay. Internet around here be trying to force you to get Starlink and shit.
Mm.
Okay. Get this. Pause. Go.
Oops.
Okay. Let me get through this ad. My apologies, y'all.
All right, we're going to move on to this because in the Middle East, the U.S. and Iran have exchanged or have been exchanging strikes overnight. Madeline Rivera joins us from Washington, D.C. with the latest on these strikes. Maddie, good morning.
Good morning. The U.S. says it was able to stop 6 missiles that Iran fired towards Kuwait and Bahrain. A 7th missile did not reach its target. CENTCOM says Iran launched the missiles after the U.S. shot down 4 Iranian one-way attack drones that were heading towards the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. also hit Iranian coastal surveillance radar sites in Gorak and on Keshem Island. The latest exchange comes as the U.S. and Iran struggle to reach a deal. The president says part of reason why Iran hasn't agreed to his terms is because they're proud.
But if they're so desperate,
they're proud. There are things they never thought they'd be doing that they're going to have to do. They've got no choice. And it takes a little while. You know, you're talking about 47 years of getting away with whatever they wanted.
The president also estimated how much drone and missile capabilities Iran has left.
We know where their drones are, and we know where their drone factories are. Most of the drone factories have been knocked out. Most of the launching pads have been knocked out, and most of the missile manufacturing areas have been knocked out. But they still have capacity. They have some missiles. They have some drones. I would say percentage-wise, maybe 21, 22% of their missiles. It's a lot of missiles, but it's not what it was when we first attacked.
An Iranian military advisor says Iran must have access to billions of dollars in frozen assets may remain at a standstill.
I was over here talking on
Who
mute
is
until I haven't
who
done
is
this
he
in a
saying
while.
is proud? Who is proud?
He is saying that the Iranian government is a proud government,
Oh,
meaning,
okay.
like they're letting their pride stand in the way. Because he went on to say they've had 47 years to do whatever they want. Which I'm not agreeing. That's neither here nor there for me. Um, it's just to me, it's interesting how all of this happened last night in the sleeping hours, slumber hours, while everyone was partying and distracted. Is our quote unquote enemy using our distractions against us? We have to kind of think
Yeah.
about that, you know.
Yes.
Because while we could have really got slept last night because everyone was participating in the NBA finals. Even if you don't um, watch basketball, the NBA finals. You're probably watching pieces or portions, of it. It's going to be on your timeline. Um, so yeah, while
Well,
we were
I've heard this from the
while we
finance bros, from some not insider traders, but just people who are on the ends of that end. But they say Trump likes to handle war on the weekend so it doesn't affect the stock market. Because
I mean, I could
the
see
stock
that,
market,
man.
yeah. So I don't know how true that
They're
is. That's just
closed.
a little rumor. That's what I heard. Yeah. Kylie said that's bullshit. It's all religious for them. It really is. Between the
Mhm.
Sikhs and the Siths and I don't know all the proper terms for them over there, but it absolutely, just because they're all Muslim, they have different, like, what do they call that? Denominations or whatever. So
Right.
the pride is connected to their lineage. It's been longer than 47 years. That's why I was confused. I'm like, who's proud? The Israel's proud or Iran's proud? Shh, baby. Okay.
Well, they sitting over here tossing around the idea that something is wrong with Trump. Medically, something is wrong with him. I can't say, I can't confirm or deny that. However, they're putting out videos of him sleeping and during meetings and the discoloration on his body and which the man is what, like close to 80, right? Or in his
Yeah.
80s.
No, he's like
So,
70.
his yeah, and he spent majority of his time in the sun. And he's not of ethnic background that can endure a lot of UV rays. You feel me? So I'm sure 80 years of exposure, 20, 30, 40 years of as much exposure as he's had to the sun, I'm sure it is eating him alive. This was a man who liked to play golf in Florida, where it's hot and the sun. He's on video. I'm screaming. Well, I mean, he kind of got what he wanted, because in this next video, they talk about how early this morning, again, all of these things are happening within the wee hours, or as my grandmother would say, in the devil's hours, right? All of these deals are happening in the hours of 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. Who is making sound choices? I want to know. If y'all have been up all day long, who is going to make a sound choice?
There's no
I just
rest
want to
for the
know.
wicked, mama. There's no rest for the wicked. Hello. That don't they say those are witching hours? Those are prime time hours
No,
for these mugs. Okay. That's prime time hours right there.
prime time. And
Okay.
they are over here passing bills in prime time hours. Here we go.
After an all-night session, the Senate passed a massive immigration enforcement bill that moves President Trump a step closer to a major legislative victory. It sidesteps two of the most controversial fights that threaten to derail it. News Nation Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson joins us now with more. Rashad.
Hey, Carly, the vote didn't come until after sunrise this morning. After months of infighting, the bill funds immigration efforts through the rest of President Trump's term, and they were able to do so by removing some of the biggest political landmines along the way. After a 20-hour voting marathon,
this bill, as amended, is passed.
Senate Republicans finally muscled through a $70 billion immigration enforcement package.
Almost 19 hours later, we're actually going to talk about the bill and what's in it.
The bill provides funding for ICE, Border Patrol, detention operations, and other immigration priorities.
Do you think it's a good idea to fund federal law enforcement? Let's do it.
The final vote followed days of Republican infighting over a controversial Justice Department compensation fund. The DOJ says it'll no longer pay people who claim the government wrongfully targeted them.
We've discussed this ad nauseum for hours.
Democrats and some Republicans each tried different ways to block the idea permanently.
That is not accountability. That is a permission slip.
This is an opportunity for us to put it to bed.
Lawmakers also also removed another flashpoint before the bill reached the floor. Federal funding related to President Trump's proposed White House ballroom.
We think it's a terrible idea to overshadow the White House with a monument appropriate to Louis XIV.
Next, the bill heads to the House, where Republican leaders there say they're going to move quickly on this to get it to the president's desk for his signature.
Did anybody understand? So basically, he's going to get billions of dollars to put money into ICE officers, Border Patrol officers, detention centers, and the DOJ. But the DOJ is saying they're no longer going to give money to people who have been wrongfully convicted. Is that what he said? By the government or accused by the government?
Right.
Which tries Neptune?
Hey, Neppy. Don't come in here crying with them San Antonio Spurs tears. You'll be all right. We got him at Madison Square Garden, baby. Don't worry. We're coming back. We're coming back. Anyhow. I don't know, Godmama.
I was just really confused at that.
How much did I'm not trying to compare presidents because comparison is the thief, of joy. However, how much did Obama put into immigration, deportation, and all of that? Because he was pretty hardcore with these illegals. Let's not forget.
Yeah, because I remember he also had camps. He also had camps because I remember it was a big thing in the conspiracy
they were smuggling
world,
children,
in the opposing
like
world,
business.
where
Yeah.
Yeah, there was pictures everywhere of little kids laying down underneath them, fire blankets, behind cage, like kind of like the same thing now. How much did Obama put towards immigration? Let's see what Google AI says. It says the Obama administration spent a historic total of nearly $18 billion annually, meaning yearly, on enforcement by 2012, which was more than all other federal law enforcement agencies combined.
Damn! How many billions?
18.
Wow.
A year, not in total, a year.
Child. Okay, so what are we talking about? So what are we talking about,
So
family?
it's
I
no
hear
different.
you.
It's been the same.
504 says the difference. 504 says the difference is he wasn't aggressive with it, meaning ICE patrol, etc. The devil comes in many forms. I'm not calling Obama the devil. I'm just saying sometimes evil doesn't look evil. Sometimes it's charming. Sometimes it's well-versed. Sometimes it's in a nice suit, baby, with all their teeth. Okay? And sometimes it's a big orange blob. Okay?
Oh, and sometimes it is an orange fucking blob, okay? What my co-host said. And sometimes it is a baboon, okay? Period. Well, keeping on the train of this Middle East immigration, I'm getting to the point of the CEO who was charged with helping Iran. Now, where this person came, like it to me, this was completely out of left field when I seen it this rising, and it completely fit the narrative of what's going on around here because we just had a Chinese spy, right, in California, correct?
Yeah, she
Two
was
two of
she
them.
was
One was a prostitute and one was
mayor, a mayor.
a holder of office, right.
Yeah, she was a freaking
Now
mayor.
another California tech. Yeah. So California, what's going on around there? Here we go.
Citizen and a
A
CEO
little
of a tech
volume. Can we
company has
hear
been
or no?
arrested on federal charges for
Okay. Can you
allegedly
hear that?
running a massive decade-long
Yes.
scheme to smuggle
Yes, we hear it.
Okay.
sophisticated U.S. networking and encryption equipment to Iran's military. I do want to put this up here from the New York Post saying the Iranian tech boss arrested at a $35 million SoCal mansion on charges of selling U.S. hardware to Iranian military and nuclear programs. So a major bombshell development in all of this. The U.S. Attorney for L.A., Bill Esseley, saying CEO of the Iran tech company arrested on federal charges equipment to the Iran's nuclear and military establishment going on for quite some time. Our Fox 11 team did do a report on it.
The news right here, developing now the smuggling sophisticated U.S. technology to Iran's military and nuclear program. Fox 11's Nick Garcia joining us from the federal courthouse in Santa Ana with what he's learned about the case. Nick.
Right, Christine. Jamshid Gomi is that man's name. He appeared here in court just hours after being arrested, but bail has not been set. That hearing was pushed to tomorrow afternoon. That means he'll be spending tonight behind bars. Newport Coast Mansion, the center of a federal raid Wednesday morning. Agents combing through the rooms just hours after the feds arrested 63-year-old Jamshid Gomi. Prosecutors say Gomi smuggled complex American networking and encryption equipment to Iran's military and nuclear sector. Investigators also accuse Gomi of international money laundering, saying he falsified records to move more than $15 million into the U.S. The IRS Criminal Investigation Unit says Gomi reported just $20,000 in annual income and even claimed a tax credit for low-income families for 7 years, though his mansion is valued at $35 million. This case comes less than 2 months after this woman, Shamim Mafi of Woodland Hills, was arrested at LAX for allegedly trafficking arms for Iran. She is still being held in federal custody. The Department of Justice says this most recent arrest is part of an effort to stop the illegal flow of American technology to foreign nations. Now, Gomi faces up to 20 years in federal prison. Of course, that is if he is convicted. First Assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Esseley says that Gomi's assets, including that mansion, have been seized. Live in Santa Ana, I'm Nick Garcia, Fox 11 News.
All right, a bombshell report there out of Southern California as this dual citizen now indicted on federal charges of smuggling out U.S. hardware encryption technology.
What do you mean only 20 years? Facing 20 years. What? That should be, I mean, because you committing welfare fraud or whatever. Oh no, baby, back their fucking charges up. Y'all trying to get Obama with treason, and this nigga getting 20 years, and the feds is nice, family. I haven't been there, but I've heard. The feds is better than state penitentiary. No. Why no? Get him out of here. Send him to El Salvador. Didn't he say El Salvador said he was willing to take our people? Our criminals that don't belong to our country? Send them both to fucking El Salvador right now. Get them out of here.
Weren't we watching something the other day where they were talking about going after the people who were committing fraud, and we were like, who are you talking about? And he was like, we just arrested some and right?
Yes.
So is this a part of their task force? Because it was a Watch Hour Wednesday we were watching it.
Yeah.
A White House Wednesday. So is this a part of that task force that they just all put money into? I'm curious. Because if that's a part
Possibly.
of the task force, then baby, go ahead, keep cleaning it up. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, he's calling it the fraudsters? The
Yes.
fraudster. Yeah, get him
Right.
out of here.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. The
So
fruits
good
of the
job.
labor.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's
So boo.
interesting. It said
Yeah.
he was claiming to be a low income family while living in a mansion, friend.
What they say, 56 million? Something like that.
Yes.
Something crazy. It wasn't no 1.1 million.
And he only got to serve 20 of them?
That's crazy.
Shit.
That's fucking crazy. After sending
Shit.
technology to our well, not even our enemies, to our best friends' enemies, I guess. That's crazy.
Insane.
Send him to Israel.
Right?
Let them go handle that. We pay the taxes over there anyways. Get them out of our country. Send them over there. They'll know what to do with them. Send them on. They like to play rough. Send them on over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
This
time to
is
get
it.
jiggy with some of these criminals.
Well, speaking of criminals, a couple of weeks ago we talked about the people who were the mystery of the people who were in the sewer tunnels and they were popping out, uh, right? And so I found the video to share with y'all, so y'all can kind of see what I was kind of talking about. Um, as far as I know, the NYPD is still actively searching for these people. They have not found them. They have no clue who they are. They don't know if they're citizens, if they're foreigners. They just don't know. Um, which is also kind of
Interesting.
intriguing. Yeah.
For the third time in days, we're seeing some video of a group of people climbing down into the sewer system in New York City. This is new video of another manhole break-in. This is in Astoria, Queens. Now, last Friday, we told you about two other similar scenes in Brooklyn. Law enforcement sources say it doesn't appear to be nefarious, but still no clear answer on what's happening underground. News 4's Chris Jose has the new video and reaction from Astoria tonight.
Three random guys walking around in a strange suit. Open the sewer, go in like the Ninja Turtles.
They climbed down like the Ninja Turtles, but the trio caught on video better resembles the Mario Brothers. The group wearing hip waders, carrying flashlights.
Looking at them, they're looking at me. I could tell they're up to no good.
Aki Jakupovic watching the group pry open the manhole cover on May 5th, just before 2 a.m. in Astoria.
They went in there, closed the cover, like, they were never here. Those two strange cars just randomly pulled up waiting for them, and one of my guys called 911.
News 4 first reported on the mystery unfolding in the New York City sewer system last Friday. 8 people, according to the NYPD, going through a manhole around 1 a.m. in Williamsburg. A second incident reported to police an hour later in Gravesend.
You're like, I saw this happen in front of my shop. That's when we actually released the video. We saw, it was going on in multiple areas.
A senior law enforcement official says it's possible the group is scavenging for valuables, a theory based on similar incidents in the last 2 years.
Why is it a crime to go into a manhole?
It's dangerous. It's the same as jaywalking or walking down the middle of a highway.
So if they choose the wrong one, they could end up in real trouble.
They could be electrocuted. They could be overcome. There's gas lines down there. There's electrical lines down there.
No injuries were reported and no arrests so far. Police have not linked any of the cases together. Underneath New York City, a sprawling underground network of more than 7,500 miles of sewer lines.
You might as well go get a tan at the beach while you're looking for treasure there than here, because it is dangerous.
New York City DEP says crews inspected the sewer system and found no damage. They're also stressing that entering the sewer system is illegal and extremely.
Not they said they down there looking for treasures. I'm hollering. If y'all think they down there looking for treasures, go ahead. I got what they say. I got a beachfront property in Idaho, baby. Okay, they is not down there on no national treasure hunt. What the fuck y'all thinking?
Well, this is crazy because just recently, Godmama, they found some explosives or detonating devices under a water source under a water supply in Alabama this year, girl. The divers went under just to do a quote unquote routine, checkup maintenance, and they found explosives under there. Let me pull it up. They sure
Dang.
did. You didn't hear about that? So them going underground, you didn't hear about that? Okay, let me look it up. Bombs found underwater source, Alabama. So this going on in New York, we just doing the most in the States. New York got them going under tunnels. The South got them going under water supplies. The West is over here shipping off technology devices, setting fires.
What's going on around
What?
here? So it's a lot of activity. And baby, more and more, okay, driving around town, I see more and more people have written on the back of their vehicles, Jesus is coming. Okay. What is going on around here?
Let me pull
Like
this up.
written with, where they put people write just married, yeah, 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 or just graduate. No, people are writing Jesus is coming. Okay. Because too much
Baby.
is going on at too many times, and too many people are following agendas. And to me, it seems like they may be trying to figure out where they can build an underground sanctuary. Okay,
I don't know
don't
what they're
forget about
doing.
that.
This is from MSN. A routine maintenance operation at Big Creek Lake Dam turned into a major security emergency on Tuesday after divers discovered an explosive device submerged near the structure. The discovery at the Converse Reservoir, which serves as the primary drinking water source for the Mobile area, prompted an immediate response from local and federal authorities.
Mobile, they playing with y'all, baby. Y'all better get ready, because weren't we was just talking about they're telling New Orleans they need to evacuate. And they are, listen, if that ain't a setup, friend, I don't know what is. And just imagine if them divers would have never found it.
Exactly.
Whose plan is that? They was trying to cut the water supply off to Mobile. That's scary. That's a little
And then we got
concerning.
people going under tunnels. Pay attention. I know my city is doing hella. Well, Texas is always under construction, period. Always. But all of like the stoplights are getting done. And like they're taking their sweet ass time doing it. And it's like really irritating. But yeah. So I'm like, oh, they must be putting in new surveillance systems.
Well, that's what I was just about to say, friend. They're probably
I'm looking for flock
updating
cameras. I'm looking for
the
all that.
Yeah, the flock cameras, because when they started updating the traffic signs, stops and lights, that's what was taking them so long, was they were updating the flock system. However, the people in the local community, they've been, very irritated. We all have been very irritated because this is an invasion of privacy. Like, you can tell me if you're not breaking the law, then you have nothing to worry about. That's not what I was born on this planet for, to be constantly surveilled. When I moved out of my parents' house, that's when I had the freedom to choose not to be constantly surveilled.
Well, when
So a lot
has
of
a
people are
camera
about to go to the town hall and city hall and kind of demand they be taken down. Or how can we, they've even got lawyers in on this, and how can we legally force them to take them down, because people are to the point to where they're ready to go cut them down, friend. They're ready to commit the crime. Even though they, like, dude was like, I'm a veteran. I've never had a felony, never thought about committing a felony, never committed a crime, never thought about committing a crime. But that right there, no thank you.
Well, my thought process goes, I won't say I'm a criminal, but I do my best. When has a camera ever stopped somebody from committing a crime?
Not
So,
ever.
I mean, okay. A camera's gonna stop me from doing a crime? Baby, please. Hello. Every day there's some new footage of a criminal committing a crime.
Exactly.
So it's not for that. It's for what? Why do you need our data so bad? Why? I guess because of these spies and this other stuff, but I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it. It is what it is. Hey, Diva. Kylie says she hasn't heard one cuss word. Oh, okay. Hey.
Mhm. Hey, girl.
Okay.
Hey.
And it never ever. I do my best. I do. Okay.
We
Honestly.
had a show, oh, friend, when was it we showed, where
Oh,
they
the
were talking about,
scientist.
yeah, the scientists were saying that by
Yeah,
2030, correct?
Mobile, Alabama is not getting evacuation. They found explosives, and they didn't evac
Mm,
nobody. They just went in and got the bomb squad and did what they did. Louisiana scientists put out for New Orleans. They
mhm,
put out that y'all are like on a 10-year situation. I can't recall exactly which city they called out specifically. But it's the parishes. One of them was outside of New Orleans. It's just that area. It said it's sinking. Y'all got to go.
mhm.
Wrap it up.
That's what, yeah, that's what it said. You need to
So, and
start
it's not
moving
being
north.
broadcasted. It's not being broadcasted, but I can go through my notes. I know I had it in my clipboard at one time, but I deleted it. It was a wonderful detailed expose.
Mhm. 'Cause he
Mm,
had to present it to a committee, I remember,
yes.
we discussed it, we read it and discussed it, where he was saying, that where it's at, he knows it's full of culture, full of ev the livelihood, but, it's
Well,
because
they
of
even showed
Mother
how much land.
Nature.
He even showed how much land has already been receded, right?
Right. Mhm.
So he's just going off that. Yeah, we know y'all been hearing it, but yet people are still there. So, if you know it's below sea level and you know it's, little by little getting torn away with every hurricane season, I mean, hunker down if you want to. Okay. If you want to. Louisiana is a big state. There is no problem with them going up north.
No. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
No
because
problem.
it'll create a new gulf in itself, right? So therefore, that Gulf community can just move to where the new Gulf is, right? Um,
Hmm.
which is gonna take time, as the scientist said. He just was kinda, like, "Hey, you might wanna pay attention to this," like, and I think he even said it too, like, "I know this has always been a reoccurring thing,
Hmm.
however, it's a little bit more amped up right now." Uh, because we are shifting. Hell, we just felt a whole the people in the state of Tennessee, all across Tennessee, felt at the same time, felt this real eerie feeling. The ground underneath them started shaking, vibrating vigorously, and it was complete silence outside. And they said it did it for like a minute. But see, there again, Tennessee is on that new Madrid fault where they said if that thing ends up breaking apart, it's gonna split the United States. Certain states are gonna go underwater, because all of that water is gonna come rushing in to create a new river, so to speak. But yeah, they've been, I live on the New Madrid Fault, so it's been a thing my whole life. Like, be aware of the New Madrid Fault. However, scientists have been noticing more and more and more and more activity underground. And we cannot forget at one point we had Pangea, and then we broke apart. So it's just, to me, it's not something to be afraid of. It's just the cycle of of the earth, of the planet that we're on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a mixture. Like, let's not act like we're not the most I just recently was she was watching lawnmower videos. Recently, I was watching landfill videos.
Mhm.
And I mean, we just trashed the crap out of our country. So, yeah, I'm sure she's a little
Mhm.
frustrated. And not even just it's not even our country. It's like a global situation.
Facts.
So, and we only get one earth, y'all. Look at me. Oh, we only get one earth. Yeah.
One
But we really
Earth.
do. So, be mindful of it. I mean, we got Yellowstone over here.
Mm.
Don't let that hoe get active. Okay?
Well, reports have
Okay?
been that she been active, friend. So I don't. That's what I'm
Is
saying.
that
What's
in
going
that
on
case,
around
every
here?
city on the Gulf, every city that's below sea level, yes. Yes. Every below sea level city absolutely should think about relocation. And instead of trying to rebuild things that aren't working, try and build up to areas where it will work. That's my thought process. But I'm not a damn geologist or whatever they are, geoengineer. No, baby, I'm just saying below sea level, floods are going to happen. Hurricane City or
Mm.
Hurricane Alley, they say Hurricane Alley.
We're
So, and it's
all getting
unfortunate
into.
they had the landslides, and now I'm hearing that they're preparing for they haven't even rebuilt enough to even prepare for this next hurricane season or any type of rising water. Like they're still dealing with debris. What was it, Helen, that got hit real
Mhm.
bad? Yeah. So, be mindful, be thoughtful.
My brain
We do.
just went to. I wonder if that's what happened in Flint, Michigan. There was a underwater explosive device and tore they to head because Flint is still, friend. Last I checked, still don't have third world country water. I
You
mean,
mean
they have
first
third
world?
world. Yes, they
Okay,
have third world country water. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. That they
it's okay.
still have third world country water.
I heard that they were working on it and some parts had semi water, but yeah, it's just a mess altogether.
So I wonder if somebody blew up their stuff. Huh. That has my wheels turning over here because that's
It
some
was the
real
pipes. No,
conspiracy
it was
shit
the
right
pipes
there.
issue. It wasn't a water. The water is not the problem. It's the pipes. They haven't
True.
done any type of infrastructure. I think they said since like the 70s or something. And their pipes corroded and nobody's kept up with it. And that's the issue. And it costs like some $1 billion. But Ukraine just got like $7 billion the other day, y'all. ICE
Thank
is
you.
about to get whatever $1 billion, family. What? But we
18
can't go in
billion.
as a community. And we just refilled the damn memorial reflection thing, right? We can't
Correct.
go get like all hands on deck real quick and go knock Flint out real quick.
Mm-mm. No. We have so many Flint, Michigan is one small community, not to take away from their story. However, they are one small community in the grand scheme of the United States.
They
We're
really
not
are.
worried about nobody but
And they used it
ourselves.
for a political stunt and then walked away.
Mhm. You think the people in the Appalachians got first world running water? Heck no.
I was watching
No.
some lady talk about she has been without running water for 3 years, and that forced her into off-grid type solutions, and she's living off a natural spring. She has a natural spring on her land. So she
Mhm.
was not even tripping. She undug her, like redid her little septic at cute chick. Cute. Like she wasn't a cute young girl. She was an older lady, but she had like a totally cute vibe. But she
Mm.
just made it work for her. But not everybody's fortunate to do that or has the wherewithal or the know or the ability or the this to do that.
Right.
So she was like, she said she'll never come back. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right.
Mm-mm. If I went completely off grid, solar panel tapped into a creek, a natural spring, um, and I still had all of my amenities. Nah, baby, you couldn't get me to come back either. Mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
no. And right now I'm on a well, so it's a little different. You have to be
Mm-mm.
more when you're on a well, you have to be more mindful of the water usage. You can't
Mm-hmm.
just be out here, pumping and dumping all day.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Be mindful of your water usage, okay?
Yes.
We have laundry days when you're out there, not just, oh, go throw it
Right.
in the washer type shit. So that
Mm-mm.
means you need to be mindful of, don't be throwing no wet shit in the pile. Let it dry out before you, because it ain't going to get washed today. You know what I mean? You got to move
Exactly.
different when you're on a, not really on a conserve or reserve, but you kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be mindful of your shit. Water is, to us everyday people that live in the city and just walk over to our faucet, brush your teeth, have it running, start their shower, let it get hot first.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be mindful of that. Ain't none of that when you out in the country staying at grandma's house, okay?
Period.
Ain't none of
Ain't
that
none
going
of
on.
that happening.
Oh,
Okay. You better turn that shit off. What you running the water for? I know you hear that pump down there going boom.
who running the water? Yep.
Oh, shoot. Well,
But
that's
while we
all I
napping,
have for y'all
while
today. If my co-host has anything else, we'll be here for a little while longer.
I got a little, I want to close out the show with something, but
Here
no,
we go.
we got to be mindful. We really do, because there's people in Cuba with no lights right now. You hear me? There
Mm-hmm.
are humans on this earth right now that do not have what we have. So just be mindful that you do. Okay? The luxury of being able to take a sip of water anytime you feel like it.
Anytime.
Anytime. What a luxury. What a luxury. Okay. Um and how ironic submersive video. What y'all in here? Submersive video. Kind of said submersive video. That part. Okay. How iconic. Ironic. Empty water balls are polluting the earth, right? We're losing
Mm-hmm.
water rights and filling it up with empty bottles of water. The irony is not lost. Submerge the voodoo. Okay. Okay. I think she was talking
Mm.
about, I guess she was talking about Louisiana. I'm gonna leave that one in the chat. Y'all debate amongst yourselves. I do have something I want to close the show out. I wanted to do a little update on this young fellow that's in trial, y'all. Camarlo Anthony. I titled the show I did yesterday about it. It was a
Uh-huh.
little clickbait-ish, but it opened the room for conversation. Good show. But I wanted to come back and just kind of give a little heads up on what happened. Let me plug in I'm on my laptop. She said, give me some power, baby. Give me the juice. Okay, family. So I kind of want to play just a little bit of some update. And then for those of y'all who don't know, I guess Queen 88 was out there. She was on the front lines. She is
Shout out to her.
outside the court. She's getting busy. I think she's been going live, right, Godmama, on her channel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then I'm scrolling Twitter, and what I see her, listen, she's going viral on Twitter like nobody's business, family. I stayed out of the conversation because they started getting not real ratchet, real racist, and calling her ratchet and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. Before I get into Queen 88, I want y'all to know she was our winner of the Las Vegas trip. She was the NAB winner last year. She
Mm-hmm.
showed out. Okay, she
She
might take
showed
the
out.
crown. She might take the crown again this year. That's all I'm saying. She might take it again. She might, because she be outside, raw, real time, canned up, raw,
Mm.
doing her thing. Okay.
NAB status
Yeah.
for real. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And we
She
are
has.
proud of her. I text friend yesterday. I sent her. I said, "Look at Queen 88 with her press pass. I know that's right,
Period.
baby girl."
Period. We talking boots on the ground. So she might take the crown this year again. Y'all gotta step y'all's game up. Shit. Oh, wait. Not that you know it was a competition or anything, but it kind of is.
It kind of is.
It kind of is. Okay, so before we get into Queen 88, I just want to do a quick little video and a quick synopsis of what happened during the trial, because they did opening statements and they did call witnesses. So, and from what I'm hearing in the playback, is the witnesses, whether they're black or white. I heard that there was a couple witnesses up there that were black and said Carmelo's in the wrong. So,
Oh, shit.
I mean, right.
I seen a little thing that's rising. I'll wait till you play what you play to see if they talk about it. Y'all hit that like button. I'm going on Mertz.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly what this one is per se, because there's a couple I have. This is from the Financial Conspirator. Okay. For months, people acted as if Carmelo was unquestionably the aggressor. Now the video appears to show Austin Metcalf initiating confrontation, and witness statements reportedly corroborate that sequence of events. Self-defense isn't a legal obligation to stand there and hope the other person stops. The law focuses on perceived imminent danger, not whether someone waited until after they were injured. Let's listen to this little video, and this is from Shout Out Court TV.
High pop-up tent with his team near the victim, Austin Metcalf. And this is a minor, a witness that was sitting under the Memorial High pop-up tent with his team near the victim, Austin Metcalf. The suspect, Carmelo Anthony, was from Centennial High and was sitting under the Memorial High tent. Austin told Carmelo that he needed to move out from under their team's tent. Carmelo grabbed his bag, opened it, reached inside, and proceeded to tell Austin, quote, "Touch me and see what happens." No one really thought Carmelo really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Carmelo. Then Carmelo told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Carmelo to tell him to move, and Carmelo pulled out what this witness recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Let's talk about what that statement means. All sitting on the bleachers under a Memorial High tent when another male he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. That would be Carmelo Anthony. Austin told this male that since he didn't go to Memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth. Then Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. During the time of the arguing, the male was reaching around in the bag that he had. It was at this time that the male took out the knife and stabbed Austin and then left the scene. They're substantially the same, Mark, in terms of what they are saying. There are a few differences, but what's your take on whether or not, from those witness statements at the time that this happened, where do you think the jury would land on a case like this?
You know, it's fun. It's going to be a tough call. And I know that's an easy thing to say. You can't lose if you say you're in the middle. It's going to be a tough call for these reasons. When you actually do an analysis of self-defense, there are different components. You know, the argument that Carmelo Anthony was there and he shouldn't have been there. Well, that's okay, but it's not your bleachers. You don't get to throw people out because of a tent. That's an argument that you're going to see the defense make. Why did the eventual victim in this case decide that it was his role to kick him out? And then there's a tussling back and forth. And then, unfortunately, Mr. Metcalf did seemingly start the fight, so to speak, right? He was what we might call the aggressor, and pushing him out or grabbing him and touching him. So under Florida law and also Texas law, and when you're the aggressor, when you first start the fight, so to speak, you may lose the protection. If it was Carmelo who started it, Carmelo Anthony. Now we get to say shift it, because if Metcalf was the one who started the fight, now can Anthony respond to defend himself? We know he can. And then, as was mentioned a moment ago, you know, are you supposed to bring a knife to a fist fight? No. You're supposed to bring a gun to a fist fight? Absolutely not. But if you're there and starting to get attacked, which is what the defense is going to say, can you defend yourself? And what they're going to say is, Anthony doesn't need to wait until the first nasty strike, the first injury. He can presuppose what might happen, and he's allowed to defend himself.
Exactly.
Okay, we've got that. Well, there's opposing ideologies. Okay. And
this is a minor.
That's a good place to, I'm not mad at his analysis. Okay. I'm not mad at that at all. They're outside the courthouse doing the most, you guys, of course. Where is this? Okay, so the coach testifies. Coach Vincent Cooper testifies in the Carmelo Anthony stabbing case. Cooper was assigned to watch Carmelo Anthony right after the stabbing to stop him from leaving the football stadium. Moments later, he had to calm down a furious black teammate of Austin Metcalf. The teammate wanted to go after Anthony, yelling, "He stabbed my brother." He explained Austin was family. They played football together, blah, 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 blah. They also said, family, that this only took 4 minutes. This was a 4-minute ordeal. This wasn't very long. It was raining outside. For some reason, I've heard conflicting reports, waiting to get the final report, about Carmelo even being there for an event. Austin was there because the coach texted and said, "Hey, we need all hands on deck to help set up with equipment." He didn't necessarily have a meet, but he was texted by the coach. He said, "I'll be there, coach." So Austin Metcalf, the victim, wasn't there to compete. And I'm getting conflicted before it's on Carmelo if he was there to be on a meet as well. But one was asked to be there for sure, I do know of. What was this one? Update on the judge told the media not to identify the current witness because he's a minor. Let me see. Hold on. Let me come over here. Okay. The jury was shown a photo of the weapon used to kill Metcalf. The photo was a 5-inch folding knife with blood on it. The police officer, Jacob Schultz, testified after he found the murder weapon, Carmelo test. The knife was found 3 or 4 rows from where the crime took place. The officer also located Anthony's backpack. And when they found, when Carmelo heard that, hey, we have the alleged suspect over the police scanner, Carmelo came out and said, "I'm not alleged. I did it. He put his hands on me. I told him not to." So can't be mad at that, honestly. The judge told the media
in the footage you can't really tell who's who.
Correct, because it was rainy that day and it's from a distance and it's grainy.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. You do see commotion. You're not able to identify.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We weren't allowed to identify this current witness because it's a minor. The witness says Carmelo Anthony was asked 15 times to leave their tent. Anthony refused to leave. I want to throw this in here. I don't know if this is in my notes on Twitter, but I did take note that Carmelo was supposedly sitting with his girlfriend's brother, somebody that was kin to him through a girlfriend relationship or kin to them through a relationship. So he knew somebody in the tent, walked in, sat down, and was having a conversation with them before the commotion took place with the twin brothers, saying, "Hey, get out of our tent." But carry on. The young teen says no one ganged up on Carmelo. Witness adds that Carmelo was provoking Austin. Witness says Metcalf, Austin, was pushed Carmelo, but it wasn't a hard push. Doesn't matter. That's when Carmelo pulled the knife from the book bag and stabbed him. He adds Carmelo tossed the weapon and ran off. The 911 call placed by the witness was played. Now, mind you, they did play the 911 call. There was a veteran. He was also a coach or somebody there working. He showed up to give CPR and assist in aid. And during that call, the 911 call, unfortunately, you can hear the young boy Austin take his last breath on the thing. So it was, and the parents were in attendance. They also said there's a lot of Carmelo Anthony supporters getting there super early, like 4 a.m., super early, and filling up as many seats as possible. They're only allowing, so many people. I think it's like 27 people are allowed to be in that. And then they have an overfill chamber that has like limited seating as well. So yeah, but like I told you guys, we had Queen 88. I was scrolling and this just came up on my feed. Y'all, this is from outside the courthouse. And this young lady, I don't know if Queen 88 knew who this lady was, but she's from TP USA, Turning Point USA, aka Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk, US. Okay, I don't know. And then look, she got her wine bottle all in her hand. This has gone viral. This lady posted it, but people have taken it and posted it otherwhere. I mean, 88's gone viral, and boy, the racists are upset. But let's hear it from 88 herself.
If evidence does come out that Carmelo was not in fact fighting for his life when he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf, do you think that the Black community will accept that?
If evidence shows that he did not, no, we're going to stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs. We're going to stand by ours regardless. I'm a mother first. I'm a Black mother. Let me put that on there. I'm an African-American mother. So I have to put away my color first and step into the motherhood. Nobody wants to see their child slain. So I do want to send prayers to Austin Metcalf, their family. But at the end of the day, I got to think like, okay, what did you do?
Hey, J-Dunn, we're double streaming. So some of us are on the C.C.C. and some of us are on the NAB.
Hey,
Come on
J-Dunn.
in, girl. We're about to close the show down, actually. We're at the end of our show, but thank you for coming through. We see you.
To them or whatever to cause this to happen, the reaction. We got to start taking accountability for our kids. Because then again, if my kid, that's why it's a catch-22. If my kid was Carmelo and I feel like his back was up against the wall, well, I'm going to tell you straight up, better mine than yours. Better mine than yours. So either way it go, everybody loses. A Black boy allegedly murdered, and I say allegedly, heavy on the allegedly murdered somebody. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is about race. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't give a damn.
Who wouldn't give a damn?
The
Hold on, Queen 88. Even Carmelo himself said it's not alleged. I did it. So we don't even get to say allegedly. He said he did it. They got the body cam footage and all that.
Let me say this. Let's say the community.
So like if Carmelo Anthony was the one stabbed and killed by Austin Metcalf,
they wouldn't give a damn.
Stay safe out there.
I come out here every Thursday and we pray for people going to court because we know this is the final frontier of racism and it's legalized here.
it was announced yesterday that there's no Black jurors that were chosen. What are your thoughts on that?
That's why we need God. That's why we need God, and that's why he's going to show who's in control.
And would you be open to giving us your personal insights into the Carmelo Anthony trial and what your thoughts are on it?
I just want justice done. You know, we know nobody go to a track meet to murder anybody. Okay, come on. That's an accident, self-defense. That's what it was. I'm not saying the kid should get off free, but first degree murder? Come on. Basically, he's facing the wrong charge for the crime that was committed.
Do you think Carmelo is innocent? Do you feel like it's been an unfair response to what happened to Carmelo Anthony?
I feel that the justice system always over-respond when it comes to us. So definitely, I mean, you look at the charge. It was self-defense. He was wrestling with two guys. I don't know what the parameters of it, but it was two people. So, you know, 2 against 1, that's self-defense.
Right here, Frontline TP USA. Yes, okay. Hey, James. Hi, baby. Grand Rising, my love. Hi. Hero tip, it's okay. Hold on. I have one more. I got one more. Hold on.
I
Because
just
this
feel
is
a lot
the
of
next
rage baiting in my spirit, friend. I feel a lot of rage bait in my spirit.
on both sides. On both
Yeah,
sides.
thank you. Yes.
On both sides. On both sides. Okay, y'all be hurt if I got up here and told you what I really thought. Y'all be in your feelings for real. And I'm going to. But let's play one more. And share this tab instead. Let's go.
Hit the like, please. Share if you can.
Anthony, I think those are the cheapest fucking leggings in the world. That gotta be from Walmart. They gotta be $2. $4? Girl, you look about $4.
I thought there were arrows in the back at first.
Okay, so let me ask you something. I was just sitting there. So he was sitting there. Hold on, he was sitting there, mommy, and then came fucking around.
A light touch? You gotta murder somebody?
The state witness just said it wasn't a light touch.
A light touch?
No, it wasn't no light touch. Are you slow? This is see, you wasn't in there. You can't talk because you wasn't in there. I just left out of the courtroom. You can't talk because I was in there. It wasn't no fucking light touch. Because your little white son of a bitch just said that.
Y'all been on walking talking all day. Y'all been on walking talking all day. We know y'all racist.
And you not racist?
No, I got nothing.
You just talking about animals and black folks.
No, you're acting like an animal.
No, I'm acting like a black bitch that walks out your.
You said that'll go inside your head. I'm hollering. Okay. Hollering. And that's why I said, friend, it feels like a lot of baiting a lot of rage baiting going on.
Rage baiting, race baiting.
Yes.
Unintelligent. Let me be louder than you. And I'm not, this ain't no shot at 88 because
No.
not at all. You see all of them out there. All of them out there.
All of them. It's the energy of it. You know what I mean, friend? It's the energy that comes with it, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, when you break it down, if you take the color of this little boy away and the color of this little boy away, and you break it down lawfully, which is how it's supposed to be broken down, the justice scales are supposed to be blind.
Mm-hmm.
Then if what happened and what they saying has happened, he did act in self-defense. Self-defense isn't waiting until there's blood. That's not self-defense. Self-defense is feeling danger, feeling like this person is going to attack you, and then they push you. Yes, you have by law, you have rights to defend yourself, period. How someone everyone loves to say it on YouTube all the time. You can't tell someone how to fight, but then when it comes down to it, we want to tell people how to fight when it's really danger. And let's not
she's
be
viral
ignorant.
all over Twitter right now. That's from Turning Point USA. That's what I told Godmama. I don't know if you were here yet, Jayden. I think you were. But that's what I was saying. I don't think she knows that this is the Charlie Kirk, the Erica Kirk Turning Point USA people. That's who she was talking to. I don't think she knew that. Yeah. So, Turning Point, it's Charlie Kirk. And he's been, a lot of people have declared him a racist, right? Or a race baiter or a race, right? I'm going to be honest.
Especially his followers.
Yes. That's who she was talking to, Jayden. Here, baby, let me send you the link. What chat is Jayden in?
I'm not sure.
Well, here, I'll just pull it back up and put it in both chats. It's cool.
But we can't also ignore the fact of what it's like to be around an arrogant young white boy. We can't ignore that fact either. And I've seen people be in those situations where they're just sitting down and then here comes a group. Well, you gotta go. Why? You just gotta go. You gotta go. And then it starts getting real hype and the energy starts to shift. And if you don't want to move, now you feel like you're gonna have to stand your ground. It's high school bull crap. You know what I mean? And that's what I have a soon to be high schooler, and I have to remind him all the time, like sometimes you have to learn how to pick your battles. And in my opinion, as a mother, that battle for Carmelo, he should not have chosen to fight.
No, they're not. Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry, I answered that out loud.
No, you're fine. They're not allowed. I don't think weapons are allowed at all in sports events, but
that's
knives
not
aren't
even on school property.
Mm-mm.
So that's where yes, you can you can protect yourself by all means. Where was the first charge him having a weapon? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either. I don't know.
No, really, they still got. Oh, we know. Hell, I was just
And
watching a Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I understand what James was saying up here, and he was trespassing, right? But it wasn't the establishment owner telling him to leave. It was just another teenage boy, in my opinion, playing DI measurements, get away from here, get around from here. And it may not have had anything to do with color. It could have just been, hey, you're sector, territory, gang, bully, type of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, friend. I will be right back.
Go right
ahead. Hey,
ahead.
Roy.
Oh, hey, Roy. Reef was just asking about you. See, look, Reef, ask. Reef asked about you yesterday. Baron, Baron, Mark's Baron in the chat. Look, y'all, Roy's alive. God is good. Living to see another day. Child, we up here cutting up, talking about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're not doing too much, but right now we're talking about Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf and what's going on. I did see up here, Queen's sister said, hey, Roy, Queen's sister said, hold on. She said something about Queen 88 said they're going to be wrapping it up. They should have I should have started. Right here, found it. According to 88, they're supposed to do deliberation on Wednesday. So this is going quick. We'll be back Monday for sure. Well, let me not say for sure. We'll be back next week for sure. And we'll definitely be keeping up with this. Facts. Using a weapon is beyond self-defense, like murder. And on school grounds, I mean, I don't know which way this is going to go. People are saying he's going to get 2 years. People are saying he's going to get off. People are saying he's going to get acquitted. Some people are saying he's going to get, what do they say? The max sentence. So I don't know. And at this point, to me, it just sounds like a little brawl that escalated quickly, unfortunately, resulted in death quickly, unfortunately, because they said, I think it was something like 15 minutes from the time Carmelo got there and Austin got there. Like, I think Carmelo came in, walked back out, then Austin came in with his brother. Like I said, he wasn't there for to run himself, but Austin, the victim, he was there to, do what his coach asked him to do. We need all hands. So, I don't know. It was a 15-minute situation. The altercation was approximately 4 minutes. Not the full physical tussle, but the full the, hey, get out our tent, the la 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 la. So
okay. So has it been brought to light whether or not him and Nobody have had previous beefs, previous interactions?
Well, that's another conflicting report that I haven't gotten to the bottom of yet. Asking it will be revealed. Carmelo had a situation, I think 2 weeks prior. It's unclear if it was with Austin or his brother or any of them, but he didn't get suspended, but he did get detention. So there was a situation, and because they're minors, you guys, we're not going to get all that full report unless one of the teeny boppers comes out and spills the tea or something like that. Or it comes out in court. But some of those things will be like the defense has the right to suppress that, right?
Right.
So, yeah. What's up, Will.i.am? Hey, baby.
Because it's interesting to know if, if they've had previous because that would weigh heavy on, where the why, you know what I'm saying? Because that's always one of the questions they want answered in these situations. Why? And to just, hey, get out the tent. No, I don't want to get out the tent. You're going to get out the tent. I'm not going to get out the tent. Push, stab. Like, bro, that is, to me, that is so small, such a small portion of the entirety of the story.
That was yesterday's show, Roy. I talked about that yesterday. Go catch the replay. Or the day before. That was the last show. Yes, we talked about Chow. Yep, we already did that. That was last show.
Yeah,
we're quick with it. We're quick with it, Roy. You got to catch our replays and put them on 2 times the speed, baby. Because we addressed quite a bit.
Yes. He had been having. Yeah, that's why. I mean, we just gotta. If we have, younger people, we gotta be more mindful with them and having conversations like, hey, you got, even if it sounds crazy to you, you have to ask your child, you got some ops out here, like what's going on? You cool, you straight, you got friends, you don't have friends, can you go places and people don't bother you? You have to have those conversations with your children, period. And you have to know what they have access to at all times, period. That's what I was saying about the flock cameras, right? It's our parents' job to keep us under constant surveillance, not the government.
I just want to say shout out to the chat. There is nobody left in the NAB chat except for myself. And everybody else is over here at the C.C.C. Again, round of applause to y'all. Y'all have been so wonderful about coming over here and, giving us viewership. We love it. Love it. You guys are amazing.
Appreciate it.
Amazing. Youth don't know how to problem solve with words. This is
I blame their parents and Reed. That's all I can say. But as a parent with youth, I can just blame their parents. Okay, because y'all better get a hold of y'all kids and get off TikTok. You better get a hold of your seeds. Come on now.
Your lineage.
You are replenishing the earth, honey. You better get a hold of them. The heck wrong with you?
Yes, baby. True story. Get your kids, or don't, and watch the world burn. What's the African proverb? They say a child that's not loved will come back and burn the village down to feel its warmth or something crazy.
Yeah. We'll set the village on fire just to feel the warmth.
You gonna love me, right? You gonna love me, or you gonna burn while I find comfort. Okay. Well, all right, y'all. We've been here. We did our little Saturday chill and chat, or what's going on around here? Oh, y'all, we did. Mine was called Chat and Chill or Chill and Chat or something. If y'all saw 2 notifications, no, you didn't.
You definitely didn't.
And you know what? I only set mine up as a solo stream. So look at God. It was already period. To be that way. All right, y'all. That's it. We're out of here. Yes. Love me. Love me. Love me. Period.
Please.
All right. Yay. Well, Godmama, great show today, baby.
Amen. All right. Shout out to the replay gang. We'll see y'all next week. Toodles.
Peace.